Tuesdays, 9 p.m. on TV 33. Join me, Barry Ross, on Mixing It Up. We'll feature informative community organizations that will offer solutions to Wayne County residents in reference to employment, safety, and security within neighborhoods, job training, education, and mentoring programs. Remember, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Join me, Barry Ross, Mixing It Up on TV 33. Yes, that's what they call me, Barry Ross. I'm proud to be here tonight. We broadcast to you live on TV 33. We're also on the World Wide Web on TV33, WHPR.com. You can catch us always. We simulcast with Comcast 20 in most of Detroit. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to be able to have the opportunity to come into your homes and talk to you and try to rise and raise us up in this city when we need to work together. We can no longer sit back and wait for our government to come and help us do what we need to do. We need to do it ourselves. We need to wake up, get out of our houses, and start taking care of our own block, our own street, our own children. We do not have what we need to run a city. I just want to let you know, we accept call-ins on this show. These are all 313-868 numbers, 0342 0351 4336. All of my shows are always available on YouTube. If you go to ROSS, B like boy, D like David 51, everything I've ever done on the streets, in the community, every patrol, every march, board ups, cleanups, and all my shows, it's all there right for you. And I'm encouraging you. What is the deal? I'm encouraging you need to join the show Facebook. This show has a Facebook that has a video player. All my shows are right there in front of you. If you go to Mixing It Up and you join by hitting like, just hit like, and you go to videos. All the videos of every show. So if you miss me, you want to see something, all my guests who've ever appeared are right there on Mixing It Up. And I have a brand new website under construction by next week. It's all going to be in one spot. Tonight, I have with us tonight a very strong, powerful man. We have Willie Dickerson. He's the president of the Pride Area Community Organization. This is the area from Grand River to Plymouth and Myers to Schaefer. He's the president of the whole entire community. And we're working with him this weekend. We're going to talk about it. He's going to tell you what we got going on, and you're going to love this. Also, recently, I just become acquainted with a very, very, very good man from PAL in Detroit. His name is Mr. Wyatt. And Mr. Antoine Wyatt has several basketball groups underneath his auspices. And tonight I believe we have a young man from your group is going to be here, talk about what PAL has done for him. And you know I'm very proud to bring inspiration, groups, sports, feeding programs, people in the community that are standing up with integrity, coming out of their homes and doing the work of God. When the community itself can't do it, we go out and do it. That's all I want to do on this show is educate you, inform you, let you know about the jobs that are available, let you know about acts of violence occurring in your neighborhood that we can come out and help you formulate patrols and marches to bring safety and security to the neighborhood. We can change Detroit ourselves if you get off your you-know-what, come out of your house, and start getting involved in the community. And remember one thing, we can't blame who we put in office if we don't vote. It's essential that you are registered to vote. You're not happy with what went on in city council? We can change it by you registering to vote. It's coming up soon. We have a new mayor coming in. Even though there's an EM, we're going to have the power to be able to do a lot and maybe even get this turkey out of our city. I'm talking about Mr. Orr. We also have L.A. Porsche, Minister Porsche, is coming on tonight, and he's going to be on at 10 o'clock. He takes over my show about 10 after 10. He has Wanda Latham with him tonight. And we're going to talk all about what she does, what he does in the city, the programs that are available to all of you to get involved. I see we have a new phone tonight. This is wonderful. I'm going to take a quick call, and I have some announcements. Good evening. You're on the air. How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
How are you, Mr. Ross?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I was under the. I heard you say where you had Mr. Dickerson on tonight.
Mr. Willie Dickerson.
Yeah, Mr. Willie Dickerson.
Yes. He's
Okay.
sitting right next to me. He's going to be on in a couple minutes.
Well, I just want to say, I want to thank you guys for coming out to help him clean up his organization with this organization this weekend. And hi, Papa D. This is your daughter.
What's your daughter's name, Mr. Dickerson?
That's my goddaughter.
Oh, your goddaughter? Well,
That's
how are you?
Valerie.
I hope to. Valerie?
That's Valerie.
Valerie, thank you for calling.
And I will be out there to assist you all as well.
Wonderful. I hope you're coming out to the walk tomorrow we're having for the school.
I'll be at the station. I have something to do with Brother Derek Muhammad.
Okay. All
So
right.
I will
I look
not be
forward.
able
Make
to
sure
come out
you
to the
introduce
school
your daughter
tomorrow.
to me.
But I will hope that it will be a success and that they won't close Oakman.
We're not going to
down.
let them over my dead body.
And can I just say one thing? Yesterday, Mr. Tedford was on there, and he was saying that it was on Wadsworth, and that's okay. I know the school is on Wadsworth, but it's on Wadsworth at Steele.
Yes.
So I just wanted to put that out there because a lot of people don't know where Wadsworth is, but if you say Steele, they'll know where Steele is located.
You got it. You know, it's actually listed as an address on Wadsworth.
Right, I understand, but I just want to let people know that it's at Wadsworth and Steele.
All right. Okay.
Okay, but you all have a great day, and you all looking good, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. We're going to get to this in a minute, but I want to talk about my good longtime friend, Leanne Katzman. She needs a liver transplant. Now, Leanne has given of herself to the city of Detroit, to the HIV clients, to drug addiction, to helping people get off drugs, to helping people that have HIV and are drug addicted. She has spent over 25 years serving the Detroit community at large. She can't wait too much longer. She's been on a liver transplant for a very long time. She's getting weaker all the time. Now, what I'm about to ask you, I know it's easy for me to say, easy for me to ask, but listen to this. You cannot give someone your entire liver. But what you can do, providing you have the right tissue match, the right blood type, and if you're between 18 and 50, you can donate a small portion of your liver that regenerates in you. It's the only organ in your body that will regenerate in a very short period of time. And not only that, it will grow in her faster than it would even regenerate in you. I'm asking you, if you want to really make a difference, this is not a major surgery, and you can find out all the details. I'm asking you, help me save my friend. I'm 62 years old. I don't qualify. If I did, you better believe I'd go down and get tested. At the Henry Ford Health System, you're going to call 313-916-1826, and you're going to ask for Nemi Beltrain, 916-1826. Help me save my baby girl, Leanne's life. My God, she doesn't deserve this. My God, she's done so much for Detroit, working in drug clinics, getting people off drugs, sponsoring women, sponsoring different groups, putting on assemblies and panels for people on drugs. Oh, my God, working at clinics, hospitals. I'm asking you, help me save Leanne. Now, tomorrow afternoon, Valerie, that just called, we were talking about this lately. Oakman Orthopedic School at 12920 Wadsworth between Steele and Sorrento, Grand River and Plymouth has a school that has roughly 360 students. 135 of them are disabled children. The vast portion of those children are literally in wheelchairs and walkers. This school has made such a difference for these children. This school has treated them with a sense of dignity and respect and love, and treated them just like every other student. They have conventional students that don't have disabilities that are also going to the same school. They mix in like any other school. There have even been cases where children started at this school and couldn't walk and eventually became healthy students based on the level of love they were getting at this school. I'm asking you, Roy Roberts has now retired. He has decreed and mandated that this school be closed. At the meeting that Roy Roberts came out and parents said, well, where are you sending them? What's this new school's neighborhood like? The environment, violence, abandoned homes, drug homes, what have you? What do we got to look forward to? Here's his answer. It doesn't matter. I don't care. This is what I decided, and this is what the deal is. And not only that, he's an African American. Most of the students, the parents are African American. He comes into the school and he says, by the way, you know, black women aren't having as many babies as before. And not only that, I used to be on welfare. What kind of statements are these to make to people? No one asked them. I could understand that if some white idiot came in there and started saying something stupid like this. I don't believe this man. We're not letting this happen. Tomorrow at 2:30 p.m., we're asking you, show up at this school and march with us 1.4 miles down Fullerton to Wyoming. We're making a stance on this, and we're going to have a rally and a protest at the other school at Noble. Not only that, this school does not have ramps. They're not equipped to handle children in wheelchairs. I'm going to tie myself to the building. You wait and see. Now, one more. This Saturday, Sunday, we're doing a cleanup at this school. We're going to board up abandoned houses. We're going to cut down the grass. Some of it's 4 feet high. We're going to make a difference all around the school, and I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I don't want to talk too much about it because my friend, Mr. Willie Dickerson, is here. But I want to ask you one thing. We need every able-bodied man and woman that's skilled labor that can handle a power saw, a nail gun, a screw gun, that could come out with the generator to help us. We need donations. I know it's short, but we've been talking about this for a couple weeks now. You don't even have to be skilled. You can just come out and help us pull weeds. I'll be out there working, sweating, making a difference. 9 a.m. Saturday morning at the Oakman Orthopedic School, 12920. Wadsworth. Wadsworth is a side street. It runs right into Myers. Here's Grand River, then Fullerton, Capitol, Wadsworth. I'm not even from there. I can't even believe I memorized this. Here is Myers, and here is Schaefer. Here's Plymouth, Grand River, if you got me. It's right in the mix. It's about 4 blocks off Myers. Okay, one more. This Friday at 5 o'clock, you see what I look like? Can everybody see me? I'm going to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan at Fellowship Chapel. I'm going to be up front. I'm asking you, you got to come out and hear this man. You got to come out and hear some truth. All right? Come out and hear some truth. He's also going to be at City Council Friday morning at 9 a.m. Okay, I ran a lot of information on you. I will repeat this again. Right now, I want to introduce to you again. He was on the minister's show, but Minister Spaz says, we can't get enough of this man. Look, this man, Willie Dickerson. Willie, thank you for coming to the show.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks for sticking around. Can you come up a little? Oh, how are you?
I'm doing fine, and yourself?
All right. And who are you?
My
Exactly.
name is Willie Dickerson, and I'm the president of Pride Area Community Council. I've lived in the community for 40 years, and we are trying to save Oakman Elementary School because it's the hub of our community. And all communities need 3 things: a church, a place to worship, a school to educate and train your children and your homes, which is a safe haven and security and a healthy living for all of us. And this is one of the reasons why we're fighting so hard to not only save Oakman School, but to save our community. Because if this school leaves, that means our community would die right along with it. And we need all the participation that we can get to preserve our heritage, our dignity, and respect. And we will look forward to you being with us Saturday morning to start cleaning up around Oakman Elementary School tomorrow at 2:30 to march with us.
There you go.
If you cannot march, please by all means donate. If you can't bring it, send it. But we need this. And if you can come out, fine. But by all means, participate.
We also need in a community a library. We need a hospital. In so many areas of Detroit, do not, if I was a young man, newly married, and want to raise a family, I would be looking for some of these things you spoke about in the community. Where am I going to educate my children if I plan on staying there? In the event someone gets sick, how far is a hospital, library, drugstores? We don't have these things. Most communities now don't even have really any retail in the neighborhood. A wig shop, a party store, a gas station.
Right.
And we don't even have enough supermarkets in this city.
Right.
You shouldn't have to drive out to the suburbs or drive to Grosse Pointe, or a lot of people don't even have cars, have to take a bus to get decent food. These
right.
party stores are gouging you. They're overcharging. Most of them do not treat the customers with respect,
You're right.
dignity, talk about them. They had a couple party stores were taking pictures of the black folks coming in and joking about them and put them on the computer. I don't know if you know about this, but do we need some money for materials? Can you tell them when you and I are going shopping and what we need to get this accomplished?
We need, first and foremost, we need plywood, nails, screws, gloves, bags. If you have lawnmowers, if you got lawnmowers in your garage and you're not sure if they can be repairable or not, we will accept them because we just might be able to get them running again to help cut some of the grass and weeds and bushes. We need rakes. And to bring your children, by all means, this would teach them self-worth and responsibility. Cut that computer off, cut that TV off. Teach them how to take care of what they have. Don't worry about what you don't have, because the city have already said they cannot help us. So we have to help ourselves. So by all means, come out and get involved. Sitting in the house, looking out the window, sitting on the porch is not going to solve the problem.
Listen, I just want to say, it's very important. If you come out, talking to the people, if you come out and you bring rakes, equipment, we want to make sure that you put your names on them with magic marker or some kind of label, because if others use them, you might not get them back. Right. Even though nobody means any harm and they don't mean to take them, things will come up missing. It's happened to me. And any man out there or woman that has a sit-down tractor, he's got a John Deere, but we need another sit-down tractor. We really would like to see if you got some usable working lawnmowers to help. We got grass out there 5 feet high, weed whackers. You know what we need. We're begging, pleading with you. Let's show Detroit. Let's show this government. Let's inspire them to wake up. Seeing us doing our own neighborhood will make a difference to others in their neighborhoods, hopefully. If you see me doing good, I would hope you start to do good. I would hope you see me, because we're so used to not seeing the right stuff.
Right.
right? I mean, we shouldn't just always have to depend on the athletes and the superstars to come and inspire us. You inspire me with your. This man has
Thank
a
you.
bad back. You hear me? He's got a bad back, had surgery, is in pain. I've had surgery, I'm in pain, but we're out there working. We're not complaining. This work, listen, I cleaned out an alley last week. Mike Duggan, I got to give this to him. He had a detail cleaning up an alley of a nursing home in Detroit near Highland Park. We were out there cleaning up an alley because Malik Shabazz asked me and our men, let's clean up, let's show them, right? So these senior citizens and the nursing, wow, look at all, there's a white guy out there cleaning up the alley, baby. What's going on out there? What is it coming to an end? What's happening? But we all need put everything aside, all our differences, all our petty. There's too much jealousy in this city, y'all. We don't need to be jealous of somebody when they get on the news or when they get some good fortune. We need to praise the people that are doing well and find out how they're doing it, not take it away. We're destroying each other here,
And that's the
arguing,
truth.
bickering, talking about each other like we're children. On Valentine's Day, she got more Valentines than me.
That's the truth.
There's too much jealousy here. You know, nobody can do something that you can't do if you don't try hard enough. I'm sick and tired of hearing about people talking about everybody else, these candidates running each other down. You don't hear Obama running down other people trying to hurt him. We need to be examples from God in this city. We need to be walking around with dignity, respect. The real example, what class really is not rich folks. It's how you act and how you treat and how you give of yourself.
And
Right?
that's the
It
real
ain't,
truth.
It ain't driving a Mercedes-Benz,
That's the truth.
living in West Bloomfield. That's not class. Class is your character. It's what's within you and how you treat. You open the door for your wife. You tell her she looks pretty. She had her hair done, even if you hate it. You know what I mean? Really, we need to be gentlemen. Men aren't gentlemen anymore. They're calling women the B word. They're calling women hoes and all that. We've lost our way.
That's the truth.
We've lost our way. I just want you, how many years you've been cleaning up your community?
Well, for the last 3 years, the first year we cleaned up our community, we tore up our own personal tools. The second year, we was fortunate enough to get a Safeway grant, and we bought our own equipment, and we're still buying equipment. And we bought a riding lawnmower. We got 2 self-propelled lawnmowers. We got weed whackers, and we bought other small tools. And we are still finding ways to raise money to take care of our community, because the city said they can't help us, then we have to find ways to help ourselves.
You got it. You know.
And if more of our neighbors clean around their own front door, we won't have to do it for them.
Lazy.
But if they can clean theirs and come out and help us clean what's left, we would have a better place to live.
I just got to say, when Minister Shabazz and I decided to start doing this, and we went to the city of Detroit, you have any specific houses you want us to do immediately for you? I'm paying for it.
Yes.
And then I said, you know what? I called them back and I said, I was downtown at Sermons Close at the time. I said, I'm a businessman. I don't own a truck. In my garage, I got a drill, and really, and I got a little thing to put air in tires, and a hammer and nails, whatever, just some light stuff. So I called up the city. I said, listen, I don't own a truck. I need some power tools, some screws, some wood. Mr. Ross, we really appreciate the fact that you're willing to do some houses and pay for them, but we can't give you one nail. This is a whole city with warehouses full of equipment that they're not using, that when you go to the parks, they mow the lawn on the way to the swings, and everything else is 5 feet high. Are you aware of this? They can't afford to spend the time to do the entire park. So they put a pathway, just like you would do snow in the wintertime if you had a bad heart. You just want to make a pathway to your door. So you just enough to get to the swings and around the swings back to your car. They got all this equipment, couldn't give us a nail, one nail. So we don't have enough EMS emergency vehicles that are running mechanically sound. We don't have enough police cars. We don't have enough police. We don't have enough lighting. This is an embarrassment. Our city should be embarrassed. I bet you in 1929 during the Depression, there was more services available to the public with less money. Everyone was eating apples. Everyone was in a food line. Everybody lost everything. Not to say this isn't a depression now. I bet you they had lighting. I bet you they had police. And the gangsters were going around shooting. I bet you they got out more when they could than they do today. What do you think?
Well, I think, matter of fact, I know you're right, because downtown Detroit is lit up. Downtown Detroit have police protection. The community do not.
What is the community? When we talk about community, what does that really mean?
Because the community is the working, we don't even have a middle class anymore.
But where do they live? But when we talk about community, is downtown our community?
Downtown is not the community. Downtown is downtown.
Okay.
And when you go downtown, you have the high rise, you have the renters, you have the condos. There is no condos in our community.
I want to quote my elder brother. Go ahead.
In my community, most of the neighbors know each other, even though some is new, they don't know, but they're getting to know. Most of the older neighbors for 7 blocks, we know each other.
Except they're afraid to punish and spank the little kids like they used to in the 60s when they knew this boy was up to no good. His mama wouldn't mind the lady on the corner if she saw her son doing wrong, spanking her son.
That's because they put out the new law that it's against the law to chastise your child when you see your child do wrong.
I think it's also because they're afraid they're going to get hurt. I think it's more fear. And I want to quote my brother, if I may.
Go right ahead.
You go. What were you going to say?
Only if you are not man enough or woman enough to raise your child, then your child will raise you.
Well, that is more the case than not. Most of the homes have single-parent moms, not to say women aren't capable, but they're either working or they're off into their own thing. I mean, we dropped the ball. I got to honestly say, my generation of men walked out on these families, walked away from raising these kids, and left these women to raise these children on their own, a lot of them. And a lot of these women are mad and angry and abuse their children. But what I want to say is, my older brother, I quote him all the time, his name is Steve. He says, what we have is a black city and a white downtown. And that says it all. All the money is downtown. When you hear about big money coming in, what are they talking about? We're taking this money into the neighborhoods, rebuilding the neighborhoods.
Nowhere.
Putting up stores.
Nowhere.
We're going to clean up the violence in the neighborhoods so people are going to want to have businesses around. It ain't happening.
Nowhere.
And it's terrible. Tell everybody again about Saturday, where we're going to be, and we're going to be there another day too.
Saturday and Sunday. We will start Saturday morning at 9 o'clock at Oakman Elementary School. Is located on Wadsworth between Capitol, Steele, and Sorrento. We will congregate on the Sorrento side of the school. To start off, we want you to bring your own tools. If you can, bring refreshments, bottled water, hot dogs, and whatever. If you can't do that, we need someone to come out and man the grill, someone to come out and pass bottled water, someone to come out and run to the store if necessary, someone to come out and bring the first aid kit, but come out.
And wear safe shoes. We want to make sure there's going to be a lot of nails and glass around these houses. I've seen it happen. Men and women, if you're going to work around the houses on this grass, we don't know what's in there. Make sure you wear safe shoes. Try not to wear gym shoes, right?
Exactly.
Not everyone's got steel-toe boots, but wear some kind of shoes that are safe to work in. And we want to make sure that we know where everybody is. If you bring 4 or 5 children, we want to make sure that we know where everyone is all the time.
Exactly.
We're supposed to have some kind of, I've asked Benny Napoleon's office to provide us with a car or two. I'll find this out. We want to make sure we're all safe. If anybody comes out and they see anybody up to no good, you are not to take matters in your own hands. We will tell you what to do. I want to take a quick call. All right? You mind? We take a
Go
call?
right ahead.
Good evening. How are you?
Yes, sir. Good evening. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
You know, I've been watching the program, and the gentleman seems to be well informed. And I was just wondering if he's aware of the Police Community Relations Organization in his area where he lives.
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Because I was going to, you know, sometimes we can't know everything. But if you didn't know, I was just going to, apprise you of the Police Community Relations. And also tomorrow evening at Thursday. At the 7th, I'm not sure, so I'm not going to say, but I know usually, like, there's an umbrella organization called Citywide that they meet down at the police station, Central Station, right down the Woodward and the Boulevard, and they usually meet at 6:30 down there. And I think Thursday's the 16th, they're supposed to have a meeting down there.
But who are
Thursday
they?
as well.
Excuse me, but what are they all about? What would be the advantage to us? Why are you recommending them?
Well, basically what it is like, and I know at the community relations meetings, which is ran by the people, the Detroit's finest, as I refer to the police, they are invited to that meeting. And I know over at the organization, as we affectionately refer to ourselves, the Great Northwestern District Police Community Relations Organization, we have the community relations officers there. There's usually the inspectors there as well as the commander. And, you know, they give reports in terms of, crime reports and what have you, and that kind of thing. But it's a way of, bridging relationships or bettering relationships between the community and the police. And we have I know over there at our place, we have our meetings the last Monday of every month over at Bushnell Congregational Church, which is, 15,000 Southfield, right there at the Southfield Expressway in Grand River. But each police precinct/district has a community relations organization.
I hear you. I've been to. I got you. Mr. Dickerson wants to say one word to you. You're still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can barely hear you.
We have our community relations meeting every third Tuesday in the month at 7 o'clock at the 2nd Precinct, which is Grand River Schaefer Precinct.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Commander Yost, Lieutenant Cole.
Yeah, because Yost used to be over here at 6 and 8.
Well, Commander Yost is our commander now.
Right.
And we have our community relations meeting with them every third Tuesday in the month at 7 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. And it's a good way for the public to come in and from the rock opera, Tommy say, see me, feel me, touch me. You can actually, come there and you can see and you can talk to Detroit's finest. And you got a problem in your community, you can, talk to the officers there and, make the report and, hopefully it'll get taken care of.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks for taking the call.
And I got to wrap this up and bring our next guest, but I just want to say I've been to several meetings and good luck to us. I mean, really. Do you know how many families have called the police when there's a murder or a shooting? I'm not saying the police are bad, but they're just so overwhelmed. You know that. I can't thank you enough. And maybe you and I Thursday night, maybe we'll go there. We'll talk about it. I will see you tomorrow.
Yes.
And from Minister Shabazz and myself, on behalf of him, we thank you very much. We're looking forward to doing some great work. No matter what happens, we will have accomplished something.
Thank you.
Okay? I want to say hello to your wife.
Oh, and hello, wife and daughter and goddaughter. And I enjoyed being here, and I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you all enjoyed the community effort that we are putting forth, and we will look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the protest march.
This man could have his own show. All right, we're going to be right back with a word from our sponsors, and stay tuned. We're going to have Mr. Wyatt on and his guests. We'll be right back.
for a new career. Real Brothers Inc. and Detroit Training Institute of Technology presents Building and Construction Trades career training in the following areas: residential electrical wiring, heating and cooling, modern plumbing, carpentry and building construction, green technology building construction. This course also offers paid training, bus tickets, job placement, national certification upon completion. For more information, contact Real Brothers Inc. at 313-833-4946. Classes are forming now.
The following program does not reflect the views and opinions of Channel 33, its management, or sponsors. You're watching Power Talk on your community TV station, UHF TV 33, Detroit, Highland Park.
Welcome to Metro Foodland, where you will always find courteous service. Our hardworking staff always gives their all to maintain our dairy fresh and wholesome products, cold cuts, premium meats, and of course, we have some of the freshest produce around. Check out our deli and bistro. We also carry specialty items such as Tanisha Noni, Water Station alkaline water, and much, much more. If we don't have it, just ask, and we'll do our best to get it. Remember to ask how to join our Healthy Rewards Club. Seniors and ladies, always ask for an escort to your vehicle. We'll see you soon at Detroit's own community grocery, Metro Foodland, located at 18551 Grand River. That's 18551 Grand River, near Finkel and the Southfield Freeway. Remember, that's Metro Foodland.
Tuesdays, 9 p.m. on TV 33. Join me, Barry Ross, on Mixing It Up. We'll feature informative community organizations that will offer solutions to Wayne County residents in reference to employment, safety, and security within neighborhoods, job training, education, and mentoring programs. Remember, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Join me, Barry Ross, Mixing It Up on TV 33. Welcome back, everybody. Right now, as you can see, we have several representatives from PAL doing great things in Detroit, and I'm just finding out that PAL not only does football, they do basketball as well. Everybody to my extreme right is Mr. Antoine Wyatt. Antoine, thank you. I'd like to call you T or Tony. How are you? You need to come. Excellent. And this is Turk. Now, Turk is the coach of what's Turk's position? Okay, and just so everybody knows, the Dragons have 4 football, 4 basketball? How are you set up?
We have 4 football teams, 4 cheerleading teams, and then we have gentlemen that's part of the Dragons that actually does basketball. So we have 2 basketball organizations that's intertwined with the Dragons also.
And where are you using? What courts do you guys use for the basketball?
Generally, we're homed out of Adam Butzel, which is on Linden and Myers, and our basketball teams play a variety of different places depending on where they're scheduled. A lot of games are scheduled at Adam Butzel, though.
And right now, how do you guys stand? I know everybody needs money, but what's happening with funding for PAL? Are you guys okay? I mean, you could always use more, but I mean, you have uniforms, equipment, what have you, traveling, all these things. You guys travel out of the city every now and then?
We're planning on doing some. We have done traveling in the past, and we plan on doing some more. We was talking about taking the kids to the
Football Hall of Fame,
correct,
as well as participating in some of the Thanksgiving Day games that they have set up.
Okay.
And some out-of-town aspects. And how we get our money through fundraising, registration and things like that. But we also could use some sponsors, some help.
Where do they call for this if they want to get involved and they want to do some giving, some love offerings to PAL?
Well, we actually have several numbers that they can call. Myself, Antoine Wyatt, 248-991-4977.
Say it again.
248-991-4977.
Is there a website too?
Actually, right now it's being set up.
Okay.
Okay. And also, you can reach our president at 313-505-8332.
And that's Mr. Williams.
Yes.
And he's here tonight. We're going to get him on. We want to just give a shot. What's Mr. Williams' first name?
His Michael Williams.
Michael Williams. Okay. Can we just? Okay. All right. Let's pass the mic around and let's introduce everybody. Put it close to your mouth. Speak clearly and slowly. Who are you?
My name is Nigel Payne, and I'm
Look up.
My name is Nigel Payne. I'm 10 years old.
13?
10.
10. You look 13. And what's your thing? Basketball, football, both? What? Can you throw it on in both? Both?
Yes.
Are you good?
Yes.
Forward?
Yes.
You're forward?
Yes, sir.
And let me see. In football, receiver?
No, running back.
Running back. Are you fast?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't we pass the microphone over to this young man who looks about 30 years old. And what is your name?
My name is Dakari Moore.
Dakari.
Yes, sir.
How do you spell that?
Decarei.
That's a bit. And what does Dakari mean?
It's a lot of meanings.
Big man. He's wearing Dakari's old coat right here. And Dakari, what's your role in this? Where are you with the PAL, and what do you do? And
I started PAL on the C team, and worked my way up to the A team. I'm 14 years old.
Where do you go to school?
Most Holy Trinity, Corktown.
And I got to ask you, are there certain requirements how well they do in school in order to play?
Well, every organization has their own stipulations as far as that. But as of for the last couple of years, we've been asking that they maintain a 2.3 grade average. And a lot of times we have been working with them, tutoring this time of the year. Right now we're just doing conditioning, tutoring, as well as mentoring, so they can be ready to play football.
And if God forbid they fall a little bit low these guidelines one year, do they get a probationary period to lift up their grades? Or
well, we have men that's teachers within the Detroit Public Schools that's working with them to help.
But they won't be thrown off.
No.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Because my grade point average for most elementary school was about a .001.
Well, we don't have
I'm not kidding.
any of those type.
And this young man, this good-looking young man, I bet his name is Michael.
Williams.
Speak a little louder.
My name is Michael Williams. I'm 9 years old.
And you look like you're ready to get in a movie or something.
Yeah.
Is your dad here?
Yeah.
Really? Is your dad named Michael Williams?
Yeah.
What a coincidence. And you play basketball or football or both or what?
I play basketball, football, and basically any other sport.
Any other sport? Highlight.
No.
Okay. So what else? What else? I mean, really, what else can you play? Cricket?
No.
See?
I can play soccer, football, basketball, baseball.
So you're naturally talented. You have a natural ability. Okay.
Yeah.
You were born with the trophy hanging in your hand.
No.
Okay. So what PAL starts at what age?
Depends on what program you're participating in, but normally PAL starts at 5.
For boys and girls.
For boys and girls. PAL has soccer, they have t-ball, they have baseball, they have several different sports.
And the girls, is the girls a new thing, or have girls and ladies always been a part of PAL?
They pretty much have always been a part of PAL. PAL is just now changed their name back. They used to be named Think Detroit PAL for a minute, but now we're back to Detroit PAL. And they've been doing an excellent job within the community themselves.
All right, like I said, my GPA in school was a .01, so excuse my ignorance. Is it Police Athletic League?
Yes.
Wow. And PAL is how old?
PAL has been around since I was playing, because I participated within PAL.
Well,
but
it's
they
not
have
older
been
than
around since, I want to say, since the mid-'60s.
Okay.
Yes.
And do you get a lot of men in blue coming out to the games generally, or do they get a lot of participation?
Well, you have it is the Police Athletic League, so
Right.
you have a great deal of police officers that are involved in the program.
Would you mind telling everyone what you do for a living?
I'm a Detroit firefighter.
Well, see, I'm proud to have you. A
thank you.
Detroit firefighter.
Yes.
And with what's going on in conditions in the fire stations, it's a miracle we have any firemen, women, men left. We're proud to have you putting your life on the line and getting no love back from the government for putting your life on the line under terrible, terrible, horrid conditions. Sewage, leaky roofs, breaking in, stealing equipment. Unbelievable.
True.
Unbelievable.
Well, I'll be truthful. It's a great deal of us that's just proud to be able to have a job right now. And you have to love what you do.
I guess so.
So, it makes it a little easier at times.
And helping these young people.
Right.
Is
I always
also
look
another
at it.
way to extend your love.
Yeah, I always looked at it. It was somebody always there for me. So, how do I look to turn my back for the next generation behind me? So it makes it easy as well.
I'd like to ask one of you three young men, whoever would like to answer this, how has PAL made a difference, if at all, in your life? Let's start over here. Say your name again.
My name is Nigel. My name is.
Wait, pick it up over his head. There you go.
My name is Nigel Payne, and it's great to be in PAL, and it's a lot of fun to play football and basketball, and it's great to play. It's great how it be like a it's great to be a family, like all together, boys and girls.
So it gives you something maybe you're not getting somewhere else?
Yes.
Well, that's wonderful. That you couldn't have said it any better than that. You know how many young men, young people, young boys, young girls join gangs to get that?
Yes, sir.
You know that's the thing. Because the gangs get you and say, man, we're going to look out for you, you're going to be our family, but you guys got something positive, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm proud. Does anybody else want to answer that question? All right, let's just go down the line. Michael, this young man. Say your name again and tell everybody how PAL's made a difference.
I'm Dakari Moore, and PAL is very great because for kids who after school have nothing to do but to get in trouble or start other problems, they have somewhere to come, and it's kind of like a second family. And it's a good activity for people to do when they have nothing else to do, especially if you love the game. And also, you can pretty much call everyone in the Detroit Dragons football organization family.
I just want to say before you give it to Michael that I know very well the closing of these rec centers. I know what it was like for me. I was bored in class, let alone after school. If they don't have anywhere to go, it's food for disaster. And we see so many times young people gathering on the corners of the street doing whatever. And you got some. Do they generally work out, practice a few days a week? How does that work?
Well, right now we're just doing conditioning, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 8. But it's a great deal of young men that's working within the organization. So I can't take all the credit, as well as they're doing things as far as picking up kids and working with them on Wednesdays and Friday, for tutoring and mentoring as well. So
I'm going to help you guys, and we're going to get Michael on in a minute if he still wants to come on. I want you to answer that same question, has PAL made a difference to you? And then we're going to do something else.
My name is Michael Williams, and PAL has really made a change to my life because offense and defense to me, really, it gets you closer and farther away.
What does that
from
mean?
where you
What do
really want to go.
Let's hear about what that means to you.
Like on offense, you get closer to the end zone, and your team is just pushing you.
Go ahead.
And on defense, you're trying to get the other team.
So what does that mean in the scheme of things? What are you saying? That's very profound, but what's your point to that?
Like, really, you can come to football anytime. And really, C team has has most players, so a lot of players this year are going to have to sit out. And I think that's not going to really be easy because a lot of people really came to C team from last year and they're not good yet.
Yeah, I'm going to hold this. I just want to ask you, have any one of you, we're going to just pick one of you to answer this question, thought differently about when you get into a little debate with somebody on your team or outside or at school, and maybe before you might have thought about hitting them or fighting with them, and since you've been a part of PAL, you think things through differently? You know, like, you know, conflict, you all know what conflict resolution is, right? So instead of jumping in, you might think twice. I'm going to let you answer. Excuse the microphone. It's not going to extend far across the chair, but go ahead. So are you thinking differently now about the chance of getting into a fight as opposed to before?
No, because it's bad for you and you get suspended or expelled for fighting a lot.
So how's that bad for you? You mean getting in a fight is bad?
Yes.
So if you weren't in PAL, what would you do now if you got into an argument with somebody? Now you're not in PAL, pretend you're not in PAL, and someone challenges you or checks you or whatever, and you don't like where they're coming from, you might have hit him before, maybe. Or he might have hit you or she might have hit you, right?
Yes.
And now you won't do it only because you could get in trouble?
Yes.
How about maybe it's not the right thing?
It's not the right it's not the right thing to do because it'll make you get more trouble by the police because you go to prison.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's switch. Can Michael Williams come around this way? And we're going to switch with you and Michael.
Okay.
Can we do that? He's going to walk right around the back. Hand him the microphone back. When do you guys? When are you starting up any? It's too soon. What is? It's May.
It's May.
So.
Correct.
Oh, we're not having Michael.
No.
Okay.
We do. Right now, we doing conditioning. We get our full-fledged after the kids get out of school. And reason being is, we don't want the kids to focus on football right now, and
very good.
Start getting in trouble in school, lose the grades, get bad. So we take it slow now. Let the kids get their grades stuff together. Afterwards, after they out, then they can come to us, and we keep them out of more trouble because they're not in school. Most of the kids are at home doing nothing. So most of the time when they with us, they out of trouble.
Okay, all right. And who's this young man here? What's your name?
My name is Marquise Harris.
Marquise Barry Ross. Pleased to meet you.
I'm one of the coaches for the C team.
Okay, tell us about it.
It's a good organization where we get these young
Speak
guys.
a little louder.
It's a good organization where we keep these young men out of trouble and basically guide them through the right path.
And what makes you keep them out of trouble any more than maybe a man in the house or somebody else at school? What kind of gift can PAL give them in the way of leadership? What makes them think that you guys could keep them out of trouble? Or how do you do that? Showing them love?
Showing them more affection, more love, and
you both can.
Be more aggressive and in a good way, and basically teaching them what's right from wrong and telling them who got the good gift and who don't have the good gift. I mean, like a blind child or children that's crippled or something.
Mm-hmm.
Telling them
gratitude.
Yes, that's pretty much it.
Okay. You want to take that?
Well,
I'm gonna speak up.
A big part of.
Is it still on? No, you gotta plug it.
Here, use mine.
A big part of it is we as an organization speaking to the kids, getting them to understand that if they do get in trouble in school or do get in trouble at home, not doing their work and things of that sort, then we can punish them by not letting them play. They practice all week, and then they don't play at the end of the week. That's their pay. You know, you practice, you want to get paid for what you do. And also, we all sat down at the end of last season and said, what can we do to be a better organization to help the kids in the community? So we started looking at different options, and one thing we came up with was an academic program that we're setting up now. So if the kids are getting in trouble in school, we have ways to kind of counterbalance that because kids want to play. I coached in Pop Warner for several years, and I had kids come
Another
to me-
league.
Yes, another league. I had kids come to me with straight F's and a D, and you would be amazed how many kids is like that, but they wanted to play football. So what we did was allow them to play, and we said you have to bring a progress report every week.
Very
If
good.
this progress report is not satisfactory, you don't play for that week. By them kids wanting to play, they done turned their grades around. I had kids come back with 2.8s, 3.0s, and 3.5s and one card marking just because they wanted to play football.
That's great. You know what I've learned? And I'm not trying to teach you guys anything, but think of this. Here's someone's home. Maybe there's no daddy in the home. And let's just say the mama has her issues in the home and isn't exactly being a good role model. Whatever the issues are, she might have a lot of men coming in the house, whatever. And it could be a man and a woman having issues in the house, but the child grows up without a lot of self-love and self-esteem. The child wakes up in the morning and there might not be a nutritious breakfast in the house.
Correct.
You shouldn't get a cheeseburger for breakfast in the morning and a lot of or a bag of potato chips and a big gulp.
Right.
Correct.
Okay. Now, this child, and this is not the exception, I guarantee it's more the rule in Detroit, has to go to school past 50 abandoned houses, trash in the street, all these issues, right? Now they get into school and they're expected to learn. After having all this going on in their house, on the street, maybe get approached by some men on the street, some ballers, drug dealer, whatever. All this is going on all over Detroit. Now they get into school and they're expected to learn. They're hungry, they haven't eaten well, and you like go, we like go. You know, learn.
Right.
So I think self-respect, self-worth, and a value for your own life is hard to give a child if it's not happening in the home, and you guys are doing it, which is great. We want to have Michael Williams on now. Can we switch? Michael, can you come on?
Yeah, I don't think he's available to come.
Okay. All right. What else do we want to ask you, young men? Go ahead. You got something to say? Here, let's just give him my mic. Give him my mic. Give him that mic. I'll switch back. Go ahead. You got a comment to make?
Detroit Dragons is the best team, and we do hard work as a team, and we run around the track 2 times, and we just do great things. And every year, because I've been in Detroit Dragons, I've been in there for the D team.
And are you getting any of your friends? You tell your friends about this at school, man. You got to come with me. You
Yeah.
got to come out. You got to check this out. It's changing my world, the way I look at things.
Yeah, but they play for other teams like Giants.
Everybody you know?
Yeah, except for girls.
Okay. Let's pass the mic to little Michael. Little Mike. Hey, let's go around him. Okay. Michael, what's up? What do you got to say about getting friends involved?
Like, the coaches are asking us to bring other people to the team because we really don't have enough.
Okay. Really?
Is what they're saying.
Okay, so we want to make a plea to any parents or grandparents. This is a TV camera, right? I want you to ask them if you have children, grandchildren, anybody that wants to make a difference in their life, come join PAL. I want you to talk to them.
If you have any other children that...
Yeah, put it in your mouth. Here, I got it.
If you have any children that don't have anything else to do after school and they're just sitting home, bring them down to the Detroit Dragons so that they can have something to do and so they won't get in trouble.
And where do they bring them down to? Or where do they call? Hold it, keep it up.
Adams Butzel on Linden and Myers.
And when do they do this? How are they going to know what day to go there?
On Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Every
from
week?
6 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
And tell them the name of the school and the time again. Adam Butzel.
Recreation Center.
And I've been there, but where is that again?
It's located on Linden Street between Wyoming and Myers.
Oh, they had a big event there last year, a sponsored event from a big company last summer. Do you guys know about it?
Yeah.
Who? No, it was more than a basketball tournament. It was a big athletic thing for the whole day for children. I can't believe I don't remember last summer. So listen, you're a mom, you're a dad.
Oh, it was one of them fun days we had. Like all the kids come out, play flag football, get some candy and all that.
It was all sports. There was track.
Yeah.
There was all kinds of competition, prizes.
Yeah, a lot of food, gifts, and some
Yeah,
sort of
but
that
it was
matter.
it was sponsored by a big company, a Hershey's company or something.
I don't
Last
think
summer.
that was at Buttsville.
Yeah, it was at Buttsville last summer. I was there. It's a big recreation center with a lot of land in the back.
Yes,
Fields,
correct.
track,
Yeah,
whatever.
that was our fun. That was our fun day for the kids. Since we didn't have a homecoming, we
was
decided to
different.
do a.
I'll find out. It
fun
was
day.
not to correct you, but it was sponsored by a big company last summer. Listen, everybody, you got a child. You have a young man, a young daughter, a teenager, right? It's up to what, 14?
Yes.
Yes.
That even though they're doing okay, you know they're not happy. Maybe they're not everybody needs sports. Sports is as good for the mind and as it is the body.
It's good for exercise.
Good for exercise. We're asking you to contact we're asking you to come down on Tuesdays and Thursdays to the Buttsville what is the first name of that?
Adam Buttsville.
Adam Buttsville Recreation Center on Linden between Myers and Wyoming.
Yes.
It's at what time?
Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 o'clock.
He's got to get his own show.
It's six
We're
to eight.
asking you to participate. Bring your child down and let him try out and meet these other children and young adults that are getting a difference in their life. Your grades are improving?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
We make sure their grades are
That's what I'm
improved.
talking about.
Don't be in the streets.
Oh my God! I got an A once in my life in the 6th grade. I could not sit in class and listen and learn to the teacher. It helped me concentrate when I played in sports.
Don't be in the streets and don't do drugs.
Don't keep your head in the clouds all day.
Don't keep your head in the clouds all day. They're telling me don't do drugs and don't mistreat your mother, your sister, or other girls on the block. And if you see something happening on your street, do something about it. Call the police. Call somebody. Make a difference. Pick up trash. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back. And if you don't see these gentlemen, these young men here, I'm going to have L.A. Porsche if he's in the house. Thank you very much, pal. Everybody.
You're welcome.
Tony.
Thank you. Thank you.
Michael
Thank you for
Senior,
having us.
Michael, little Mike. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody. We'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Wow.
You're watching UHF TV 33, Detroit Highland Park.
Need Avon products? Stop by the licensed Avon Beauty Center inside Oakland Mall. Featuring Skin So Soft, America's #1 bath oil, Far Away and Black Suede, women and men's fragrance, extra lasting cosmetic line. Address aging with a new skincare product. Fight dryness.
For a new career, Real Brothers Inc. and Detroit Training Institute of Technology presents Building and Construction Trades career training in the following areas: residential electrical wiring, heating and cooling, modern plumbing, carpentry and building construction, green technology building construction. This course also offers paid training, bus tickets, job placement, national certification upon completion. For more information, contact Real Brothers Inc. at 313-833-4946. Classes are forming now.
The following program does not reflect the views and opinions of Channel 33, its management, or sponsors. You're watching Power Talk on your community TV station, UHF TV 33, Detroit, Highland Park.
Welcome to Metro Foodland, where you'll always find courteous service. Our hardworking staff always gives their all to maintain our dairy fresh and wholesome products, cold cuts, premium meats, and of course, we have some of the freshest produce around. Check out our deli and bistro. We also carry specialty items such as Tanisha Noni, Water Station alkaline water, and much, much more. If we don't have it, just ask, and we'll do our best to get it. Remember to ask how to join our Healthy Rewards Club. Seniors and ladies, always ask for an escort to your vehicle. We'll see you soon at Detroit's own community grocery, Metro Foodland, located at 18551 Grand River. That's 18551 Grand River, near Finkel and the Southfield Freeway. Remember, that's Metro Foodland.
Tuesdays, 9 p.m. on TV 33. Join me, Barry Ross, on Mixing It Up. We'll feature informative community organizations that will offer solutions to Wayne County residents in reference to employment, safety, and security within neighborhoods, job training, education, and mentoring programs. Remember, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Join me, Barry Ross, Mixing It Up on TV 33.
1,000 men's suits. And right now at Sermons, you can buy one and get two free. Not one suit, but two free. Buy one suit, bring two friends. Buy one suit, bring two relatives. Buy one suit, get two free. Bring your pastor, your boss, your teacher. Buy one suit and get two free. Sermons with 90 years of experience, carrying jeans, exotic skin shoes, sets, shirts, leather, sweaters, everything for the well-dressed man. Buy one suit, get two free. Sermons on Randolph in downtown Detroit.
Welcome back. We are on live TV 33 WHPR. I'm still Barry Ross. Yeah, that's me. And we're on TV33WHPR.com. In continuance of PAL, we have, you know, and I don't know. I'm embarrassed to say I don't know your name. You are a mom of this young man. Hard to believe. Because you look so young, we need to get you.
And also the other young man that was on. That
the little one in a right?
Yes, that plays on the team, yes.
All right, and what is your name?
My name is Yolanda Payne.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Okay, have you been their mother long?
Yes.
See?
Yes.
And tell me about your association with PAL and what it's been like being a mom with children that are on PAL and what's going on with how you feel and the difference it's made in their lives, your life.
Well, I've been with the Detroit Dragons for 2.5 years, and we're basically a family. It's a family. It's a family.
It's a family affair.
Yeah, it's a family. We all do family things. We all feed the kids. We all help the kids with their homework. We try to give them a little structure.
And
not to say that they don't have structure, but
yes, you try to add some more love and meaning and value into their life.
Exactly.
And what about other moms involved in PAL? What's the participation like with other women? Is it light?
Yeah, it's light. It could be more. We could use a whole lot of more help.
Would you like to ask the community at large out here if what PAL means to you, and maybe we could get some women to come on board?
Well, PAL means a lot of hard work, discipline. We like to think that it's a family. We want everybody to feel welcome. And basically, if you have a child, bring them out. Don't stand in the shadows. Come out, help, and support.
Well, what about asking women to come and join themselves? They don't have to have a son or a daughter to be in PAL to volunteer, right?
No, they don't.
Okay.
They can always volunteer. You can always go down to Think Detroit PAL and sign up to be a volunteer coach. You can be a mentor. It's a lot of things that you can do in PAL. We have basketball, cheerleading, football. They have baseball. You can just come out, volunteer your time to help us pass out the food, help us do a lot.
Isn't it, don't you think, I'm assuming, that there's something that they can bring more than just their bodies, a sense of value to these children that don't have it in the home? I mean,
And a commitment.
and yet, I mean, there's so many children in this city. There's 5,000 homeless children in Detroit
Yes, it
that
is.
even attend school. There's so many homes that have abuse, neglect. We need women to come on board. I mean, you can add something to other children. Even if you don't have a child, you can come, right?
You can always come. You can always come out, show your support, show your love, talk to the kids, talk to the girls. We do really need more support.
Would you like to say something about your mother's involvement in PAL, or what it means to you, or something to the camera?
It's really motivational that see her put that much forth effort in all the kids, and made me motivate myself to help my little brother and all the team, all the kids, and because most of the kids don't have a positive role model to help them out with anything, and she pretty much influenced me to get into the situation.
How old are you? 19, 20?
I'm 21. I'll be 22 in a few months.
And what do? You go to school, work? What do
I'm currently in school for massage therapy.
Really?
Yes.
Well, good for you.
Thank you.
How much longer do you have to go?
I graduate in August.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yes, it is.
I mean, that's really a blessing.
Yes.
Even myself, I quit school at 15, went to 4 high schools, ended up taking a GED, went to college and studied drugs.
Wow.
So I know very well the dropout rate in Detroit.
Yes, it's
the
pretty
illiteracy
high.
rate.
It's
How many
pretty high.
children? And you know, I knew a truant officer. This young man was 9 years old, hadn't been to school in a month. He goes to the house, just a single parent, a mother in the house, knocks on the door. Mother answers the door and tells him who he is. That we haven't seen your son in a month. Is he okay? I mean, what's going on? We haven't had a note from you. Is he in the hospital? No, he's home. He's in the basement watching TV. Come on in.
Wow.
Goes downstairs in the basement. This kid's got a whole wall, a flat screen TV, stereo system. He's sitting up there eating, just enjoying himself at 10 o'clock in the morning, and the mother didn't see anything wrong with it. Or she was afraid. So, you know, in the city, everybody's all into whatever. And whenever I see anybody, a family that's got love, that's doing the right thing, I'm proud of you guys.
Thank you.
I mean, really, PAL's doing something that's important, because the city, in my opinion, outside of, you know, the police and the fire department and some good men and women, really doesn't care about the people that live in the city, in my opinion, because how could they if they allow all these abandoned houses, the children to continue to get raped, molested, killed, shot, no street lights, libraries closing, schools closing. They're taking away this school from disabled children. Now, my God, how much more defenseless of an act do you need to do? Any man that beats a woman, kicks a dog, hurts a dog, or abuses disabled children, to me, he's on my bad list. Taking away this school from 135 disabled children. We're marching on this school tomorrow with several community people. But the government doesn't care. The government is sitting back and allowing all this blight, all this to be going on, and the people are just closing the blinds. The lady down the street got hurt. Nobody sees nothing. Nobody hears nothing. Everybody's living in fear. You know this.
Well, that's why I'm glad that I joined the Detroit Dragons, because we're a family. We make sure all the kids are fed. We make sure they get home. We make sure that they have their homework together. We make sure that they're physically fit. We make sure they have physicals. That way, you know, we can check and make sure nothing pops up. We make sure they have their asthma medicine. We make sure of all that.
You guys are can I interrupt? Can we take a quick call?
Sure.
If you don't mind. Okay.
Okay.
Good evening. You're on the air with PAL. How are you? Hello? Is anybody there? Caller?
This is your buddy. This is I used to come into the to your shop and buy the clothes. It's Champ. This is Champ. How How you doing?
I'm sorry, we could not hear you clearly. You said something about champs?
Yeah, this is Champ, the boxer.
Oh, how are you?
I always come in by the clothes. I have a company called World Reach Boxing Connection, and
Okay.
I wanted to let you know that my company is moving downtown. I'm dealing with Dan Gilbert, and we're trying to do something for the kids. You know what I'm saying? So we wanted to let you know that I love what you're doing, and I'm trying to touch bases with you. I'm going to come in and give you some information on what I'm doing.
Well, I got a flash for you.
Say it again?
I have a flash, Flash. I haven't been there since last June. I left Sermons, but I will be back the end of this month, all of June and July.
Okay.
But you can call me, 248-417-9696.
Say it again?
417-9696.
417-9696.
Yeah, 248.
Okay.
Put 248. Okay?
All right, great. Okay.
Do you have
So
anything to say to Pal? Do you want to do? Is there something you wanted to say to Pal or to the Dragons?
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm just listening. I'm trying to get information, and whatever I can do to make the situation better.
They need
for the children
funding.
in Detroit,
They need funding. They
recreation
need
centers
help.
and things like that.
Okay.
Maybe-
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm for. Okay. All right now.
Okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Continue on. If you remember where you were. Well, I mentioned some things you were talking about. You feeding the children. Make sure they have asthma
we
and
make
food.
sure.
Can't
Yes.
believe I remember this.
We make sure that I know it's tough out here for the parents, and when the kids leave school, they're coming straight to practice, so we try to give them something, a little snack or something that they can hold off until they get home so they can eat and everything. So we're just really a home-based family. We try to support all the kids. We need some more support. We do need sponsors, so if anybody want to sponsor the Detroit Dragons, we're at Adam Butzel on Tuesday and Thursday.
I'm going to make an offer to Pal, to the Dragons right now, that if you guys make a 1-minute spot on a DVD for fundraiser, I will run it once or twice a show for a minimum of a month for free for you guys. For funding, for whatever you want, always.
Okay.
Okay? You make a little clip.
Okay.
Put it on a DVD, and I'll run it for you guys. I don't do this for everybody, but I want to help.
We greatly appreciate
it. No
the
problem.
help.
I mean, you guys are doing something good. Do you want to say something before we close?
No,
just say your name again. Say what? Say this is your sister.
This is my
This
mother.
is your big sister. You got a beautiful mom.
Again, my name is Marquise Harris. I'm a coach for the C team of the Dragons. Pretty much just bring your kid out. We tell them all the right stuff that they need to know. And
you might even get him to smile. All right? I think maybe we'll tickle him before he goes. All right? Because no matter what's going on, you got to have a little bit of sense of humor. I don't care how much pain I'm in.
Yeah.
I'll be on the ground. I feel like I'm dying. I want to take my life, honest to God, but something's got to lift me up. I don't care how bad it is. We're lucky to be here. You got to believe it.
Yeah.
You got to believe that things will get better. And living in the city, it's hard because what are we seeing here? Not you. Most of these people in the way of hope, inspiration, a way out. They see the guy down the street getting a new car, new jewelry, and women. That's their way out, and you know how he's getting it.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't look to see that if you get an education, you got a better shot of staying alive and doing it. Our priorities are messed up. Again, I want to remind everyone, we need you. Please, tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock, show up to Oakman Orthopedic School, 12920 Wadsworth. That's between Steele and Sorrento, Grand River Myers. We're leaving at 3. We're going to be live on the street. We're going to be marching for about a mile and a half. We're going to Noble School, and we're going to light it up with a prayer vigil. Saturday and Sunday, we're cleaning up the whole neighborhood around this school. We're going to be boarding up and cleaning up. And you all need to recognize that nobody out here is doing something good and positive that you can't do if you don't apply yourself. We're going to take one quick call and we're going to go. Hi, you're on the air. We got about 1 minute. Are you there, caller? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yes.
Dave there?
I'm here. Caller, I can hear you. We got to go in a minute. If you want to say something, could you please say it? Okay. I'm going to see you all at this Oakman School, 12920, 3 p.m. tomorrow. A long march. We don't want to see disabled children in wheelchairs lose the one school, the one sense of background with love, compassion, and dignity that they have. Do not take this away from these children. You're not going to be able to replace it. Governor Snyder, the emergency managers got to go. You got no love for Detroit. You got no love for minorities. I'm telling you, I don't care what you say. Ain't no man come to this school and says, black women ain't having babies like they used to. I know what it's like to be on welfare. What kind of person says this to a group? All right, we'll be back next week. I want to thank Pal. I want to thank everybody that came. Both Michaels, Antoine, Tony, and you too, because, excuse me, Marquise.
Yes, sir.
And Mama Harris.
No, Mama Payne.
Mama
Hey,
Payne.
different last name.
And I said you.
Yeah.
And Little Payne.
Right.
Yes.
All right. No pain, no gain.
Exactly.
Yeah, I told him
Pain
that.
Train. All right, we'll be back next week. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, join Mixing It Up on Facebook. This show is going to be live on my Facebook in about 3 days. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Stay. Well, okay. Wednesdays, 9 p.m. on TV 33. Join me, Barry Ross, on Mixing It Up. We'll feature informative community organizations that will offer solutions to Wayne County residents in reference to employment, safety, and security within neighborhoods, job training, education, and mentoring programs. Remember, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Join me, Barry Ross, Mixing It Up on TV 33.
The following program does not reflect the views and opinions of Channel 33, its management, or sponsors. You're watching UHF TV 33, Detroit Highland Park.
Healthcare workers are in demand. Successful careers in healthcare begin right here at Wayne County Community College District. The latest medical equipment, experienced instructors, high-tech facilities. Everything you need to start a rewarding career in healthcare. Our graduates rank in the top percentile in the state, and partnerships with hospitals and universities give you a direct link to Michigan's biggest employers. So why wait? Call or go online today.
You're watching UHF TV 33, Detroit Highland Park.